Good morning, and welcome back to our Behind Her Brand Monday Morning Brew. Happy New Year. I know it's been a couple weeks since I posted. I know that the new year already came and gone, but I took a couple of weeks off. I had a couple people say, "What happened to the Monday Morning Brews?" They're back. We're going to be doing them every Monday, but I just took some time off. And y'all know that I'm a big believer in unplugging, and that's exactly what I did over the last couple of weeks, just really unplugged and just spent time with the family. So as we start the new year, I wanted to start off today's Monday Brew. And I did have my brew. I forgot to bring my coffee cup back in here. um, I know that many of us start our year off with a word of the year. We work on vision boards. We do all type of things. And as I'm sharing this today, I would love for you to share and comment what your word of the year or what your resolution is or what your focus point is going to be this year. Um, and for me, I'll just start off with saying this before I get into the context of what I wanted to share today, is I actually don't have a word of the year or anything. I asked the Lord, what do you want me to focus on? And what he gave me was a question that I'm to ask myself every morning and to answer how I did that question every day at the end of the day. And I'm going to share it in the future Monday Morning Brew because I want to walk this question out with him. And I'm really excited about it because it's a question that's going to challenge me every single day. It's going to take me, I know without any doubts, a deeper walk with him. And it's also going to take me a deeper walk into the things that he's called me to do. And he's never given me a daily question. And I'm excited about it because it's going to bookend my day. I'm going to start off my devotional time with him and this question. And at the end of the day, when I close out my day with him, I'm going to be able to answer how I accomplished that question. So I'm excited about that. So as I'm sharing real quick, again, share your word of the year, your theme, your focus below. So what I wanted to talk about today, just very briefly, is just honestly just a form of encouragement. Often when we start off a new year, we always have great goals, great intentions. We always have great vision boards and all the things that we want to do. And what I find so often, because we hear it all the time, and I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes I'm tired of hearing it because I feel like we can do something different. We often hear, we start off well, and by the end of January, things are done. And by February, goals are out the door and all this, that, and the other. And I just think that's speaking negative. It doesn't have to be that way. That doesn't have to be your truth. It doesn't have to be how it shows up for you. You may start off strong, and maybe in February, life starts happening, but it doesn't mean you can't pick it right back up and start right back again, right? On whatever your focus is. But what I would encourage you, and this is something that I've even done myself and do it every single year, is when I approach a new year, I evaluate the environment that I'm now growing into, the environment that I'm around. And that means people, that means situations, that means even your home, maybe your office, maybe even your car. Because I know a lot of people build in their car, what kind of music are you playing? What kind of things are you listening to? What kind of things are you reading? What type of things are you attending? Like when you look at your environment, oftentimes what stunts us from really walking out the things that we are desiring to do in a fresh new year is that we are stepping back into the same environments that we were in the previous year. So when you look at where you are today, ask yourself if your word is, whatever your word is, doesn't matter what the word is, whatever your word is, when you look at your environment today, are you around people that are going to support that word, that growth, that meaning, or whatever it might be in your life? Are you in situations that's going to support you being able to be accountable, responsible, or even just focus on the things that you're saying that you want to do? As you're creating vision boards, are you in community with people that are going to spur you on, challenge you, inspire you, and not allow you to forget what you're doing? When you look at what you are walking into this new year with and what you want to do with this new year, challenge yourself and ask yourself, who am I having conversations with? Who is in my ear every single day? What is it that I'm listening to? And is it helping me to grow personally, professionally, spiritually? Is it helping me to grow? Ask yourself, where am I attending? Where am I spending my time? Am I spending time in groups and situations that are actually helping me become better and to grow in different new ways? I would just encourage you to ask yourself these different questions, because oftentimes when you do that, you're able to look at, in my opinion, areas of, okay, you know what, I need to shore this up over here. I keep being around these set of people and they're not helping. They're not growing me. They're not challenging me, and I'm not able to do the same for them because maybe the season is off. Maybe situations are different, or maybe you kind of feel like, man, I'm always pouring, but I'm not getting anything back from these connections. And am I telling you to cut everybody off? Absolutely not. But I do know that in different seasons, there's different sets of people that are meant for that season for you, and some obviously for a lifetime. But in this context of the conversation, look at who you're growing with and what you're listening to. And I'm going to end on this. This one's a little short today, but the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because there's so many different things that I hear always repeated that I'm like, they don't have to be repeated. It doesn't have to be our truth. It doesn't have to be our chapter. You can grow. You can have the same goals in January, back in March and April and May. Your resolutions, your word, your focus, whatever that might be, it doesn't have to end because of the end of the month and because life happens. A lot of it, just look at your environment, the different environments that I mentioned. And if you find yourself in March and you're like, man, I have this really strong passion to do XYZ by this first part of the year, and now I just feel like, pause. Instead of saying it didn't work and the word is gone or the focus is gone or the vision is gone, instead of doing that, just say, you know what? Let me reshape my environment. Like, why am I not pursuing this? Who am I being accountable to? Like, check yourself in that. So that way you can have a productive and progressive year. I am a huge proponent of that. I do this every single year, and I challenge my boys to do it too. Me and Charles have our own couple goals, and then as a family, we come together and we do our own vision for the family, and we break it apart between different quarters. I mean, we have a whole thing that we do with it, and it's important to us because we don't want to have these great goals and ideals and things that we want to do and then allow life to take it away. When you really frame your environment in a way that can help you grow, and as I mentioned, when I say environment, I mean all the different areas I just mentioned, you'll find you'll be able to temper life storms. You'll find that if you're in the right set of people around you, for example, if life starts lifing for you, they'll help you stay on track. They'll encourage you to stay on track. You see what I mean? That's why it's important to really evaluate the environment that you're about to step into and that you're growing into for this year. Okay. So that's today's Monday Morning Brew. And I'm going to ask, I know I always often ask for you to tag people, but I would love for you to do that. This year, our goal is to really take these messages and go wide. We really want to go wide. We want to reach as many different people. We want to build a community so that women are continually sewing into each other, supporting each other, challenging each other. That is one thing that you'll hear from a lot of the women that are part of the Behind the Brand community. It's not a community about one person. Nope. It's a community of all of us. And we believe really and truly showing up for each other. And so I would love for you to tag people, share the Monday Morning Brews. I would just love to ask for your support because my goal this year is to really and truly, as the question that the Lord gave me, even deep into things that I'm doing. And I'm excited about what he's called me to do. So I can't wait to see your word of the year, if you have a resolution. And let me say one small thing about that too. I know everyone says they hate resolutions and they don't work and this, that, and the other. If resolutions work for you, if you have something interesting, I'm resolving that this year I'm not going to do this or I'm going to do this, do that, say that, speak that. There's just so much out there that I just think that if resolutions work for you, work them. If having a word focus for you, use that. Whatever it works for you, do that. We don't have to always subscribe to the beliefs that, oh, resolutions never work. No, it's not that they don't ever work. A lot of times we just don't have the framework around the things that we're intending to do to allow ourselves to be able to fully step into the things that we are desiring to do. So if we change the framework, then the things that we are resolving to do, our word, our focus, and things like that can grow with us versus being dissolved, if you will, because life is lifing, you know? So I had it out for that. I'm going to say those two things real quick. But I can't wait to hear see your word of the year, your focus, or resolution, whatever it might be. And let's encourage one another this year to grow and to be challenged and to step into everything that we're called to step into. Okay. All right. Be blessed, be well. And I look forward to talking to you all next week.